Okay, this is the big one. This will be a long video, let's just put it that way. I've got a lot of unboxing, I've got imprint, I got Dead End DVD, I got Arrow Video, I got some stuff from the Cinemaniacs, I got some stuff from JB. Umbrella should be coming in tomorrow, if not Wednesday, and that'll include like the Raid and the Woman in the Lizard Skin. So a lot of stuff coming in. So let's dive into it. And JB's also got like new releases now. So they've got like Civil War is out on 4K, and Challenges is also out. And I really want to get Challenges. I'd like to get Civil War as well, but I'm happy to wait for a sale. But Challenges I want. Anyway, to start off, we got the Crow Steelbook, which I wasn't really wanting to get, but I was like, you know what, I've heard the 4K is actually quite nice, and the Australian Steelbook, despite being $60, because our usual Steelbook prices are $50, usually, say Oppenheimer was $50, but then, you know, Godzilla X Kong was like $50 as well? It might have been 40, I'm pretty sure it was 50, but usually they're like, I think that was 40. Oppenheimer had like the extra disc and whatever. This, of course, is like a special edition which comes with like a sleeve, which is not unusual for US viewers. There's nothing on the back of the sleeve. But for Australian viewers, it's like, this is unusual. $60 for a steelbook is not really a common thing. And of course, it's because of the extra packaging. It does also come with a J card, which is very much an Australian thing. I know that it's the same in America, but if this stuff had been on the back of the slip, I would have been a lot happier to some degree, but then at the same time, it would have disguised the artwork, so I would have been happy then to take off the sleeve. Look, there's more artwork underneath. You know, I don't have to have a J card to fold it up and put it in the goddamn steelbook. So it does come with some extra special features, which I believe is just new Shadows and Pain designing the Crow, sideshow collectibles, an interview with Edward R. Pressman, as well as the original audio commentary. 2 audio commentaries, in fact, a behind-the-scenes featurette, profile on James O'Barr, and extended scenes, deleted footage, montage, and a trailer. It's a double disc in Australia, which is the obviously the European disc, hence the rating stickers for Germany and the UK. And yeah, so it's a glossy steelbook, so it's my least favourite type of design. I just don't like the fingerprints getting stuck on it and whatever, but it's not too bad, and especially for being black. Yeah, it's not a bad steelbook. It's nice enough. I had the Blu-ray that came out in like 2015, I think, for Australia, which was like a reprint anyway of the old Blu-ray. So, to my knowledge, this is just the old Blu-ray in a new packaging, but with the 4K UHD. So I'm like, well, clearly you want the 4K UHD, and we're lucky in Australia to actually get the Blu-ray included. That is, I know that the what do you call it? Standard edition, which would have been $36. I think it was maybe $34.98 or $35.98, but that comes out in a couple months' time. So we get the steelbook now, and the regular version comes out in a couple months, and I'm like, well, I might as well just get the steelbook then. And it is a nice steelbook, so, you know. I think the next thing I'll jump into is what I got from the Cinemaniacs, then I'll do Arrow Video, then I'll do, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I went to the Cinemaniacs. They had in celebration of Lee's birthday, they had A Little Shop of Horrors, which was fantastic, of course. Love that film. And I got Rent-A-Cop, which I had actually ordered from them, Orca, but unfortunately Orca's now out of print, and it was the Scream Factory edition. I bought it because, well, I ordered it because I had Lee's commentary, and I like eco-horror. But Studio Canal's got a new 4K coming out. They haven't announced the special features yet, so hopefully it comes with a commentary from Lee, because that was the same as the Umbrella edition, also out of print. So I basically, as a trade-in, got a different film that Lee had done a commentary for, and it kind of was fitting, because I've recently done the, as of last week, the Burt Reynolds Umbrella Entertainment set, so yeah. So it does come with a audio commentary by film historian / critic Lee Gambin with actor Richard Masur. It is from a brand new 4K restoration, 4K scan from the original negative, which I always find bizarre that Kino actually emphasizes that on the sleeve rather than as a special feature. But yeah, so obviously you get your basic case underneath. Not much to write home about, but of course the benefit of the sleeves, which is that it does come with the alternate font, as you can see there. I don't know if that's... I never know if this is upside down or not. Is it upside down? It is actually on that side. On this side, on this side it wasn't. What the fuck? Yeah, so for example, the actual font there, and then the Kino font. That's one of the few times I'm happy to get a Kino slipcover, because as most people know, I'm not a huge slipcover person. It's a huge thing in America, obviously. My only preference of them is if the case is really shit, then at least the sleeve will protect the discs, because the discs have really little protection. In this case, actually a decent case for it, so I'll give it that. But I'm keen to watch it, because, Burt Reynolds has been pretty fun to watch of late, even though I haven't even watched, his best films. I just have that one umbrella set. And Liza Minnelli, because, why not? I mentioned slipcovers, and most things in this video will have slipcovers. But again, as we all know, slipcovers are never a choice, unless you happen to find them in store, and you're like, oh, hey, I want that, because it has the sleeve, rather than the version that doesn't. I put in money for the raffle, and instead of winning a poster, or a framed poster, or a vinyl soundtrack for Little Shop of Horrors, they had so many great prizes. One that was donated was a Poltergeist framed poster. Oh, beautiful. I actually won Mask, the director's cut, which I don't have Mask, so I was like, sure, I'll take it. I'm not disappointed by that at all. You win something in a raffle, you're going to be happy no matter what. Because it's always one of those things where sometimes what they have in the raffle I already have, so they had a Blu-ray there, and a book that was one of Lee's books that I already have. But I didn't have Mask, so my parents were very happy about that. It's got alternate artwork, because it's obviously the limited edition slipcover version from Umbrella. It does come with this theatrical cut as well as a special feature. I think there's a commentary as well. Theatrical cut and standard definition, an interview of the director Peter Bogdanovich, and a theatrical trailer. So, yeah. The director's cut includes new music with Bruce Springsteen, hits Badlands, Funto Road, and Born in the USA. Okay, I definitely prefer the fact that I've gotten the director's cut. I mean, obviously I would have wanted the director's cut anyway. Okay, so the inside artwork is the same artwork, so you probably would have gotten this as reversible anyway, which is a curious thing that they had this like this. Usually it's the other way around. Cute nevertheless. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Obviously, I mean, it's always nice to win a movie. You can't go wrong with that. I'm like, fuck yeah. I haven't won a raffle from the Cinemaniacs for over a year now. I think the last time I did was maybe during Creepshow. I don't know. So these all from the US, which I've never ordered from the US from Arrow Video. So first things for everything. First time for everyone. This was before they announced their sale, and usually if it's a couple days before the sale, I'm like, oh shit, that really sucks. In this case, it was 2 weeks before the sale, so it's it is what it is. And I had the money, and also one of them was a buy one 4K, get another 4K for free. No, 2 for 40 4K or whatever they have. Again, still US dollars or whatever the shit, but it was basically became cheaper to buy it that way, so hence I got Mute Witness, the limited edition with a slipcover as a 4K. I would have gotten the standard Blu-ray, I think. Yeah, I would have gotten the standard Blu-ray. But yes, this is a new 4K restoration, includes commentaries and stuff. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that... because I got this because Lee had worked on it. So, audio commentary... so it was a brand new audio commentary with production designer Matthias Kammermeier, with composer Wilbert Hirsch, moderated by critic Lee Gambin. It also has a video essay by... They call it visual essay. It's so fancy. A visual essay by author and critic Alexandra Helen Nicholas, examining Mute Witness and its relationship with snuff films, which I know that's going to be good. She does amazing visual essays. As well as some other visual essays from other critics and whatnot, but I don't know those critics, so I don't need to say their names out loud. Some people I know personally, sometimes I don't. But yes, so this also comes with... The disc art's quite nice, actually. Interesting. I know that this is one that Alec Guinness was in, and then his scenes were filmed 10 years prior to it coming out. He died before the movie came out. If I'm not mistaken, he died before the movie came out. I think they had the idea in mind for the film and just only had enough budget to, cast him or something. I don't know. I obviously am not completely fluent in every single little detail of production, but I know it's infamous for the fact that they had him in the film, and it was shot 10 years prior, which is just insane that they could do that. It's almost like a Richard Linklater film. Alright, so the poster's not bad. It's actually plasticky instead of papery. I mean, it's probably still easily tears, but it's just the same artwork as the reversible and the original, which is fine. I have no issues with that. Has a booklet as well, which has nothing on the like no title, which is curious. I mean, it has the guy and the girl doing that on the back. If I'm not mistaken, no, okay. Seen but not heard, a brief explanation of Mute Women in Film by Michelle Kistner. So, yeah, it's just a little essay with some photographs and some nicely produced stuff. I thought that John had worked on this, but I think it was a different film. He did, I think it was just Witness. The Harrison Ford film that he worked on. So, yeah, it was Witness. I knew one of them had Witness in the name, but I knew Lee worked on one, John worked on the other. I don't know if Lee worked on Witness, but I know there's another film. I think it might have been like American Gigolo, but I think that was John worked on that one as well. So I wonder how many of my viewers. Let me know. Obviously, you won't because most of you don't. But let me know if you know who the hell I'm talking about when I reference John or Lee or Alexandra. All of the film critics and authors and historians that I know, am friends with, have met. All that jazz. The next up, we have The Warriors. This was, again, part of the 4K bundle with Mute Witness. This is what I wanted because you can only get this in the US, and they didn't have the limited edition anymore, which I was slightly disappointed by, but I'm like, you know what, I have the imprint version, and the imprint version is gorgeous, and I just wanted the 4K for the 4K reasons. I didn't really need it for anything else. I don't need any booklets or anything. It just comes with the 4K disc. I believe it has alternate artwork, which is just the original artwork, which is nice. You know, obviously the question of do I have that artwork or that artwork on display, and I'll probably go with that artwork. It's annoying because it's a 4K case, so you can't really change and see it because it's a 4K. Oh my god, that's actually transparent. What the fuck? Okay, that's rare. I didn't realize that. I'm gonna stick for now with the green, just because I don't want to have to deal with folding it properly and whatever. But I do like both. It's definitely one of those things where if you got the limited edition set, it had nicer artwork, but obviously everyone prefers the theatrical artwork for this. But I like this. It's got a nice style to it. And the imprint one is literally right over there, which has the original artwork, including 2 extra cases inside, which then you'd be saying, Julian, why the fuck did you buy this film again? I just wanted the UHD, because as Dolby Vision, it's a brand new 4K restoration of the theatrical cut, not the director's cut, which I know someone had complained about, but it's like, look at the goddamn description, it says theatrical cut. Yeah, so it's basically just that I wanted it for, but there are other special features that are on here, which, you're not going to read it, which aren't on the imprint version, so it's like, better picture, great special features and packaging for imprint, so it's like, you know, I have both, I'm happy with both. Sometimes it's just about getting the extra uptick in details, especially because it's a really dark film. You know, you want a really good restoration for it, and I did like the imprint version. I have no complaints about it, but, of course, I know Arrow, with their better encoding and an actual restoration, is going to look fantastic. I got Legend, again, a US exclusive, which is Region A. This one has the theatrical and director's cut, which made my dad be like, hey, I actually read a thing the other day about director's cuts and how people were saying that all these Ridley Scott films that have better director's cuts, including Kingdom of Heaven. And do you know what he said? You're gonna guess what he said. Do we have Kingdom of Heaven on Blu-ray? And of course I was like, yeah. So I got Kingdom of Heaven, which is the director's cut. Which he had never seen. He watched the whole entire 3 hours and 10 minutes and was like, yeah, there is shit in there I've never seen before, and it makes so much more sense. And he already liked the theatrical cut. US theatrical cut on Blu-ray and the director's cut there. I do have the Australian release, which I believe is just a theatrical cut. It does come with the better artwork. I like that artwork. So yeah, I very much am keen to actually finally watch this. Let me know, I won't be watching anytime soon, so let me know your thoughts if you've seen Legend if you prefer the director's cut or the theatrical cut, because it's one of those things where Ridley Scott films are notoriously known for having better director's cut, except for Alien, and it's like, do I want to do that? But it is a 2K restoration of the theatrical cut from a 4K, including a 4K scan from the original camera negative. That's interesting. But obviously there's a slew of special features there. I always show that, but I don't know if you're going to read it. I don't know if you can. Obviously, it begs the question too now is, what do I do with the theatrical cut of Legend? But I'll probably keep it around because Dad likes Ridley Scott films quite a lot. He's actually surprised that I don't have a Ridley Scott collection, as in like a specific display on the shelf or anything like I do for like David Lynch or Martin Scorsese or, you know, the Wachowskis or Sofia Coppola. Like, there are so many other directors I kind of, in a way, prize more, but also, I don't know, I just can't be bothered. Last but not least for Arrow is Day of the Locusts, which I actually watched about 2-3 weeks ago for when Donald Sutherland had passed away. I watched the imprint version, decided I want to get this. Imprint version is still nice. The transfer is just pretty meh, but you know, great packaging and everything. I actually prefer the artwork over this version's artwork, but we'll see what it has, if it has this alternate, you know, artwork, because it is the limited edition. Shit, it does. It comes with the alternate artwork. Well, you know, at least it is what it is. At least Imprint still has some nice extra stuff. I'm going to do a review comparison of the two, which mostly it'll come down to what are the special features like in contrast to one another. But yeah, you got disc artwork, which is a rose in a crack in the wall with a shadow of a girl, because of course that makes a lot of sense. What do we have in this booklet here? I mean, again, it has the sleeve, so I can use it for alternate artwork, which again, I benefit that over like something that Kino has. You get a booklet, which, really nice art. Again, same kind of style as the actual cover and whatever. But yeah, so you get an essay with by Pamela Hutchinson on Philly on Cow, The Day of the Locust. Yeah, and it has a bunch of images and, you know, essay and all that jazz. I won't spoil the film for you, just in case you're curious. Associate producer Lee Gambon. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen him have a credit like that, because I know he did a bunch of things on this release, including the fact that it is it's been exclusively restored by Arrow Films, presented in this original aspect of 185:1 with original mono, 2.0 and 5.1 audio. Original 35mm camera negative was scanned in 4K. It's got a lot of stuff there, which is nice. Obviously, the reason I got this, the main reason, isn't the emphasis on limited edition or look at how nice the artwork or any of that bullshit. I mean, look, if it's a better restoration, I'll take it, you know, because it's a nice looking film, but, you know, needed something better than what Imprint was able to get, and this is the exclusive remaster. It does have noteworthy brand new oral history audio commentary conducted by writer and film historian Lee Gambon, featuring associate directors Leslie Asplund and Charles Ziaco, production associate Michael Childers, actors Grainer Hines and Pepe, Cerna, title designer Dan Perry, costume designer Anne Roth, assistant editor Alan S. Sheffland, and assistant camera operator Ron Vidor. Holy shit. If that sounds like a lot, just remember, this is 2.5 hours long. And an oral history is like what Lee was like, I'd say best known for in terms of writing, because a lot of his books are oral histories and they are stunning. But this also comes with a Welcome to West Hollywood, brand new appreciation by critic Glenn Kenny, Days of the Golden Age, costume historian and film historian Alyssa Rose discusses the film's costumes in this brand new visual essay. Jeepers Creepers, Where'd You Get Those Peepers? Brand new visual essay on the film and its themes by writer and film historian Lee Gambon. So he also did a goddamn visual essay. So yeah, as well as production stills and a whole bunch of other stuff. So best way to go about getting the film. It is Region A, so very worth noting for Australian people, especially if you're a fan of Lee's work. This is the way to go. Definitely the way to go for the release, but you do need an all-region player. And you have to get it like exclusively from the US version of Arrow Films, which was annoying because I had to get it and they shipped it via DHL, and DHL posted on a bloody Saturday. I work on Saturdays, you sons of bitches. They just left it on my front doorstep, it's fine. This one will be in print, so let's cut into it because the second one will be dead end DVD. I told you it would be a long video. I haven't ordered from Imprint in a long time, but that's some padding if I have ever seen it. Holy shit. Look at all this padding. Oh my god. That's more padding than Arrow had. Arrow had some padding. Did I mention I mentioned it in my previous what I watched video. I met Josh Hibbert, the guy who is the creative director of content at Imprint. He's the guy who chooses what becomes a release. I know him now. He knows me from my videos. It's strange. He recognized me immediately and was like, that's the guy from YouTube. And I was like, yeah, I am. And he's like, I'm Imprint. I'm like, you're Imprint. It did inspire me to put in an order. I also know a bunch of like releases that are coming out that I cannot talk about because legal reasons. Mostly because they have to confirm completely every single thing before they announce a release. So I'm not leaking shit. Let's put it that way. But it was very nice of him to talk to me about all the stuff, including Imprint and how all that stuff works and the legalities of like getting special features done and certain prints and certain transfers and all this kind of stuff. So it was an very interesting conversation, and I'd love to get him on my show. For the love of God, I want to talk to him on that interview show for the stuff that we can legally talk about, because it's really goddamn interesting, and so many people who are consumers of physical media, much like you and me, need to know this stuff, because it's just not common knowledge. So, as you see, I got a stack. One of them is actually an older release, which is Breakdown. The rest are the newer releases, including the latest Scorsese 3-pack, which I probably will try to do a video on, because why not? And also, I should. I've never actually had journalistic intent in any of my videos, so never once have I actually had someone out loud say to me, off the record. That was really cute, but obviously necessary, because I was like, I can blab on this channel to everyone, and that would really be bad, because I also have a reputation to uphold as not just as a consumer, but as someone who respects companies and want them to respect me. So, you know, I know a lot of things about a lot of people, about a lot of things, and it's like, I ain't gonna say shit because I'm not a dick. So all I can say is I bloody appreciate this company, and I'm so excited to see what they come out with next, because it's so cool. But currently we have Breakdown, because this was about to go out of print on the website. It is the standard version, but it is the old release. I just didn't have it yet, and I figured, fuck it, why not? 1080p presentation from a 4K scan from Paramount, audio commentary, bunch of interviews. I mean, you can't go wrong. The inside artwork is just, look at our first couple of releases, because it is just a standard release. Next up, we have Ramblin' Rose. I imagine it has to be Ramblin', not Rambling. It's Rambling Rose. She's Australian. She says the C word that I probably can't say on YouTube. Oh, yeah. You know when things are like slang to you, but are like considered vastly inappropriate to a lot of other people? Yeah. Welcome to Australia. What a country we live in. I almost said it. That was actually unintentional, but you know. So this one seemed like an interesting one. Laura Dern, Robert Duvall. Curious artwork, of course, especially when you look at Laura Dern's face there. But this one also had a slew of special features, including a HD presentation, audio commentary. I can realize I can read these by also showing the alternate artwork. Let me do that. That'll work. Hey, look at what we got. So yeah, 1080p presentation, audio commentary of the director, Martha, 1, 2, 3 different interviews? Yeah, 3 different interviews, and a bunch of vintage stuff, as well as alternate ending and more vintage outtakes and interviews. That's really nice. You know, always good. This is number 332. Holy shit, they've been going a while. Crazy. This is the standard artwork underneath, which is also still nice. It looks like it's a ghost film. She's like, wow, she looks like, oh my god, there's a kid over there. Anyway, it's a metaphor, probably. Disc artwork is the same as the main set artwork, and of course, inside artwork as well. Why not? Very interested to look into this one. I mean, come on, it's Laura Dern. You can't go wrong with Laura Dern. Okay, you could if you watched the latest Jurassic Park film, but I don't blame her. Next up, we have... I was like thinking, where's the title of the movie? And then I realized, oh, there's the title of the movie. Secretary. I bought the other Blu-ray that was... Who was it? Was it... Lionsgate. It must have just been a standard Lionsgate release. I bought that last year from Play Music DVD. It's a good release. It still looks fine. I was happy with it. It actually comes with like a 7.1 audio track, which is insane and so unnecessary. This, on the other hand, comes with an LPCM 2.0 stereo, which I feel like might be more appropriate, but we'll see. I want to do a Blu-ray comparison between the two. Take a wild guess which one I'll prefer for packaging. The answer is obviously this, because this just looks insanely nice and was kind of the main reason I wanted to get it, because of how nice the packaging looked. Oh my god, this is going to bite me in the ass because I just said that. Man, isn't that packaging just fantastic? 10 out of 10. I cannot believe they got away with using that image. That's 10 out of 10. This is a good film. Like, it's not even, like, exploitative. It's just a really good drama. Because you think, oh, it's one of those sexy films. Because he's literally called Mr. Grey. And it's kind of got a BDSM thing to it. But it's like, I mean, yes, but also it's about why these, like, kind of kinks happen and stuff. And it's really, really interesting. Terrific performances all around. But this comes with audio commentary by film scholar and editor-at-large Bright Walls / Dark Room Veronica Fitzpatrick from 2024. So, brand new. Let's see if we can kind of compare. Audio commentary by the director, which is probably a pre-existing one. And then you get 3 different... No, is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4 different interviews and whatever, including From Me But Not Me. Oh, so one of them's the actor Stephen McHattie. One of them is art director Nick Ralbovsky. Then there's the producer Andrew Thierberg and director of photography Steven Thierberg. Plus cast and crew interviews with James Spader and Maggie Gyllenhaal, and director archival stuff, same as behind the scenes featurette, archival, and all that stuff. Wonderful. Obviously, it would have been fantastic if James Spader or Maggie Gyllenhaal could have added anything to it, but I just know that they weren't able to. So it is what it is. At least pre-existing material still exists, so I'm really, really goddamn happy about this release. I kind of wish I only had this, not the other release, but yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of that other release. Next up, we have one that I'll hopefully do a proper dive into soon, because I haven't watched any of these 3 films, and this is a mega, mega set for it. Martin Scorsese's Films of Faith. Which includes The Last Temptation of Christ, Kundun, or is it Kundun? It's probably Kundun, isn't it? And Silence, which I do have Silence. I have the Blu-ray release, the standard release that came out a couple of years back. I just never got around to watching it. But yeah, so it obviously comes with a slew of special features, including 2 discs for Last Temptation of Christ, and a booklet, and probably alternate artwork. At least some alternate artwork. That's probably from Kundun. Man, I'm going to be saying that wrong, aren't I? Title on the top as well. Yeah. Not bad. I think, well, that's Christ, of course. I can vaguely make out Willem Dafoe in that image. Ooh. Interesting. You get the booklet. Hardback. With essays. What do we got? Does it have a contents of thingy, or is it just one long essay? I think it might just be... Oh, there's a couple of essays. Alright, there's at least 3 different essays in it, which is interesting. So the first one is done by Alyssa Wilkinson, talking about the sublimely transgressive Martin Scorsese. Then you've got Bluray on Scorsese's Silence and the Mystery of Faith. It is kind of amusing now, just like 80-page booklet, and sometimes they're mostly just pictures and there's really, really big text. Knowing people who are writers, it's really amusing to me to see how people format books. It's not a cheap thing, it's just, it's very much a, look at how big that text is. I hope the 5-year-old who buys this set can read it. But yeah, The Way of the Cross, Faith and Suffering, and Martin Scorsese's Silence. So that's like 2 different essays, potentially, about silence in general. So, really nice. I know, the font is big, but I don't really care. Alright, so Last Temptation of Christ, I think it's original artwork, audio commentary from 2024, interview with Scorsese from 98, disc 2 features more, which is all those essays and stuff. This is going to take me a couple of days to get through, given how long some of these films are. This is almost 3 hours long, oh my god. Disc artwork is the same, but it does stipulate, well, that just is I know it's upside down, I'm well aware. This one says special features at least, so that's not bad. And then you get inside artwork, which is just Jesus. And then you get Kundun, or Kandan, or I think it's Kundun. This one, also 2-disc set. Same deal, at least different artwork, which is nice. I like the stipulation with the different artwork, it helps. 1080p presentation, 2024 audio commentary, theatrical trailer. And then disc 2 is the sounds, so appreciation of Philip Glass score by Doug Adams from Film Score Monthly 2024. You get a Ian Christie talking about it in 2024. A feature documentary on the making of from 1998, as well as a documentary from 1992, which is Compassion in Exile, the story of the 14th Dalai Lama, as well as interview of director Scorsese, composer, screenwriter, interview with In Search of Kundun, director Michael Henry Wilson, and vintage with cast and crew. So, a good selection of stuff. If you haven't gotten this film as a release, this already seems like a hell of a release. In fact, I think the whole entire thing seems like a hell of a release. The only thing I could compare would be something like Silence, which I already have the previous Blu-ray release, so it would have the same 1080p presentation. But this has at least film scholar Ian Christie on Silence, again, another one by him, featurette for 2024. Martin Scorsese's Journey into Silence featurette, which I imagine is vintage archival. Archival interviews with cast and crew and theatrical trailer, and there's a audio commentary with historian Stuart Galbraith IV, my god, featuring co-writer and longtime Scorsese collaborator Jay Cox and historian consultant M. Antony J. Also, okay, it's just got a bunch of people. It's a long-ass goddamn, look, it's just that one thing with a lot of people's names that I don't want to really try to pronounce, to be completely honest with you. Artwork's interesting, because it's different to what I already have. I'll take it, I think Dad liked the film quite a lot, because he watched my Blu-ray of it. But yeah, so, compare the pair. This is the original Blu-ray release I have, which, to be honest, I think I like the artwork more, in a way. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not the worst comparison. And this special feature-wise only has an exploration into delving into the 20-year making of Scorsese's passion project. So, yeah, this doesn't have much else. Also, this is also 2.5 hours. Holy shit. This is going to take me a hell of a long time to get through. But this comes with DTS 5.1 and LPCM 2.0 stereo. I know I didn't dive down into the audio stipulations and whatever, but yeah, so yeah, I'm tossing and turning, but this has a nice vibe to it in a way. I just like the look of this more, but that's fine. I'm keeping it, obviously. Is there anything else worth noting about the releases? They all vary in aspect ratios, and I think they might all have... It's 5 hours of viewing time for the films, which is not bad. I guess Kundun's pretty short. But that doesn't make any sense. That means Kundun's, insanely short. No, it's 2 hours and 14 minutes. That is definitely wrong, then. It says 5 hours approximately. All these are 2.5 hour long films, if not almost 3 hour films. but they all seem to have 5.1 mixes and the stereo 2.0, which is nice that there's differentiation just in case. Yeah, this one's almost 3 hours, so that's weird how inaccurate that is in terms of its detailing. Not to mention the fact that Last Temptation of Christ also has a documentary. Actually, no, Kundun, sorry, has a documentary. So, yeah, that's very weird. This has been going for a while, but there's more, because there's this from Dead and DVD, and then there will be Umbrellas. Umbrellas I will not do an unboxing of, because I'm going to do separate videos on both of its releases. At least for the most part of the other releases here, I don't know if I'm going to do separate videos for. Okay, I just realised that my current recording is 45 minutes. We're still going. Umbrellas will be next week's, because also it hasn't come in yet, and it won't be in for another couple days. So, let's talk about the last batch at least, which is from Dead End DVD, because they reopened, and I got a lot of stuff, obviously. Oh, no slipcover on that. Oh. I don't say that ironically. I realised that one of these, which I guess I might dive into, I'll dive into a second, there's a limited edition version with a slipcover, which I only noticed because I watched... Oh my god, I forgot his name. What's the guys from Barbie? Ken's. He's, Ken's video. He did one talking about Severin and whatever, and it had the Great Alligator, which had the new 4K, and he got the limited edition release. So I was like, oh, I don't think my version from Dead End is the limited edition release, but we'll see. Obviously it isn't, so I'm not really disappointed because I don't really care. But I did have different artwork, which would have been nice to contrast, That's how I noticed, because I was like, that's different artwork. So first up, we have Crocodile. My god, indeed. This is all regions from 1979, 92 minutes long. Good amount of, well, not a great amount of stuff. What else do we get on it? Because this is audio commentary with writer and film historian Lee Gambin. I know that guy. Video interview with original Crocodile Fangs director Won C. Lee, in the theatrical trailer, deleted and alternate scenes. It just says, Synapse Films is proud to present the Blu-ray world premiere of Crocodile in its original US release version, meticulously restored from the original 35mm camera negative. Yet still no specific details on what kind. Oh my god, would you look at that. It comes with alternate artwork. You get that for one version, with a different image on the back as well, with that image of a crocodile eating a girl. Or you get that version, which is a giant crocodile, with again, an image of a giant crocodile eating someone. That's some real comparison there. I don't actually... I think I like this one more. The main artwork. Yeah, I think I like it more. Because you just got that cheeky little look from the crocodile. He's like, yum yum. Whereas the other guy's just, fuck yeah, I'm eating bitches. So... credit where credit's due. They both look bloody nice. It does come with a booklet, but unfortunately it's just a product catalogue for 2024, which most of it's porn, so I can't show any of that on camera, nor that I'd really care to. So yeah, alright. Simple release, easy peasy. So yes, follow-up from Severin. The Great Alligator, standard edition. This was, I think Crocodile was the first one I noticed because I was browsing the store, obviously wanted to buy some stuff because, you know me, I like buying Blu-rays. It's a really weird habit of mine. And they had the 4K of this, so I figured, fuck yeah, I'll grab this because, of course, it was suggested because I'd added Crocodile to my cart. Sergio Martino, I love Sergio Martino's films. Disc number 1, which is the UHD, is just, it has different disc artwork, that's nice. So this is the UHD, that's the standard disc. That's nice. Let me try to twist that around. Yay, look, different artwork. We all appreciate different disc artwork. Or just disc artwork in general. Okay, so this is the alternate artwork, which, I gotta be honest, outside of the obvious Jaws ripoff, I think it's really cartoonish. I really much prefer the kind of more graphic nature of that. It's just more stylized, looks nicer, probably a lot less butt. But then also the spine is also just the girl swimming upwards. It's cute. It's nice. It's not the best, but it's not bad. I mean, it's some alternate variety, especially if you had the slipcover. But I think the slipcover also in itself had different artwork. So, yeah. I debated the 4K or the Blu-ray. The 4K only comes with the 4K, even though it is a full restoration and everything. Now on UHD for the first time, from the newly scanned from the original 4K, newly scanned in 4K from the original camera negative, all that jazz. The first disc is just a trailer, but the second disc includes an interview with Martino, an interview of the actress, an interview of the camera operator, an interview with the production designer, an interview with another camera operator. Did I mention? Yeah, 2 different camera operators. 3 friends and an alligator. Discussion with cinematographer, production designer, and special effects supervisor. 3 different people. Paradise House, Christianity in the Natural World in the Great Alligator. Video essay by Lee Gambin, author of Massacred by Mother Nature. Good book. And Alligator Land, which is just... and Hello Geelong, shares original production drawings. So I wonder, maybe, if you might be starting to pick up on a theme here from my orders from Dead and DVD. I'm wondering, have you noticed it yet? What I'm obviously doing here. Isn't this great? Look, it's Brain Donors. It's the one that actually has a slipcover. Good golly, you know? Again, I don't hate slipcovers, I just don't care for them. But in this case, at least Kino's has the artwork with the bright matching on the spine. So this is from a new 4K scan from the original 35mm camera negative. Not much to write home about on the inside. I won't bother showing off disc artwork. Comes with audio commentary by director Dennis Dugan, moderated by film critic and author Lee Gambin, as well as an audio commentary by film journalist Stacey Lane Wilson. So, some things in there, which is nice. Apparently this one's quite funny, which is good. I could use a comedy. It's been pretty shitty of recent, but in tradition of Abbott and Costello, the Three Stooges, and the Reagan administration. Good golly. Anyway, yeah, Region A. The theme we're going for is more stuff that Lee worked on. I literally had, I'd added the crocodile thing, realized Lee done the commentary, and I was like, that's cool, And again, same as Great Alligator, realized he'd done a video essay. I was like, what if I just looked up Lee's name in the search bar? All of these came up as results. So I got some good films out of it. I mean, Brain Donors, Great Alligator, Crocodile, all of which he'd worked on, as well as Prophecy, which is the limited edition version. I will note, most of these are now sold out because of me. Anyway, Prophecy. It's that one with the prophecy of some kind. I have no idea what this film's about. I've seen that artwork before. I was surprised that Joel had the limited edition version still available, but nevertheless, beautiful. 1080p presentation from a HD transfer. New feature-length audio commentary by Richard Harland Smith. New feature-length audio commentary by film writers Lee Gambin and Emma Westwood. That name rings a really, really large bell. Truth and Fiction. New interview by screenwriter David Seltzer and Katardin Speaks. New interview with mime artist Tom McLaughlin, as well as original trailer, radio spots, and rare stills gallery with archival stuff. And of course, it comes with a booklet because it's the limited edition version. It does have reversible artwork, which is the same as the sleeve. Obviously, I won't be changing it because why would I? Booklet. Isn't this nice? Look, it even has artwork on the back, which looks like their lobby cards, which is a cute way to reproduce them. This looks like a hunting film with bears and tigers and cats. Oh my. Craig Ian Mann did a essay. It's your regular style, as well as production and, other posters and stuff and lobby cards and all these reproductions, which is kind of how I honest to God, prefer. There's also an interview by John Campopiano. Anyway, not bad. I do like how it has lobby cards on the back. That's one way I think should be done in terms of like reproducing lobby cards and stuff. Like I don't know anyone who is actually a fan of lobby cards at all. But I do like how they're reproduced in the booklets, like showing off different artwork and alternate styles and whatever ways that it was advertised. I really like that because I think it's a really interesting delving into how films are advertised from different posters and variations. So it's nice. So yeah, that one has Emma on it as well as Lee, which is going to be a wonderful thing to listen to because Emma's great. She did a book on The Bride of Frankenstein, wonderful book. And this one I was really surprised by. I've already got one of these films in this release, but this is Marlene Dietrich at Universal from 1940 to 1942. Again, limited edition set from BFI. This is a hell of a hardback, sturdy set, and it comes with 7 Sinners, The Flame... Does it say on the front? No, it does not. The Flame of New Orleans, The Spoilers, and Pittsburgh. It does say it on the spine, though. So yeah, I do actually have 7 Sinners. I have the old Hollywood gold label version from Cinema Cult, which of course is a DVD upscale with absolutely no special features. So this is already a huge bonus. Because it's HD transfers for all 4 films. 7 Sinners has a feature commentary. The Flame of New Orleans has a feature commentary by film historian Lee Gambin and actor and film historian Rutner Alder. I don't know who the others are, but they all have feature commentaries. Music effects and tracks for The Flame of New Orleans, The Spoils, and Pittsburgh. Galleries, 60-page booklet featuring newly commissioned essays by Sarah Wood, Pamela Hutchinson, So Mayer, Ellen Cheshire, Katie McGahan. Is it Gahan or Gahan? I don't know. It's Gahan. And Philip Kemp. Limited to 4,000 copies. Hot diggity daffodil. We're starting with a booklet. Fancy. Schmancy. We all like booklets. Yeah. So this is just essays on each of the films. 7 Sinners, not bad as a film. I, have it because it's in my basically got it for like $2-3. Like, I don't need it anymore. I mean, this is already a huge benefit in contrast. But it was, not a bad film. Pretty fun. I enjoyed it for what it's worth. Like, it's an okay, 40s kind of war film. It's basically what you expect from a war film of the time. Then we have Pittsburgh. These are all in these kind of layouts, the digipack thing. So it's like one... That looks like one large shot with, a little poster image of her, and then all the details on the back, all Region B. Not bad. This does have John Wayne, so I guess I'll have more for my John Wayne collection. That was unexpected. This also has John Wayne. I think he was in most of these films. I think they dated or something. Either way, more John Wayne, which I was watching a lot of John Wayne this year. Now I'm going to be watching a lot more. So The Spoils, again, HD, feature commentary, all that jazz. The Flame of New Orleans. This one does not have John Wayne. At least he's not credited highly on it. So he might not be credited at all. So yeah, New Flame of New Orleans. This is the one that has Lee's commentary. And new essays as well. Which I think I don't think they're video essays. I imagine... It's hard to say. They might be video essays, actually. Because there are essays in the booklet. Anyway. And last but not least, of course, 7 Sinners. Good image for it, because I've seen the film. It is a nice image. I like how they got the original font as well. Pretty decent release. Really interested. I don't know if I'll rewatch it anytime soon. I could probably watch it with the commentary by film historian David Del Valle, and screenwriter C. Courtney Joyner. That's a possibility, because, again, I've already seen the film, and it wouldn't be a bad thing to rewatch it with the commentary track. So, yeah, that's... Okay, it's been a hectic weekend, alright? Maybe I will wait till next week for at least the video on the Umbrella stuff, because of course it isn't even in yet. But yeah, I'm probably going to go to JB soon as well to pick up Challengers, because I really want to get Challengers, because Challengers is such a damn good movie. We've been going for an hour yet? Yes, we've been going for an hour. Oh my god, I'm sorry this is such a long video. But yeah, got more stuff coming in from other websites and stuff. So yeah, I guess we'll just end it here. Fuck it, one whole spiel. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. Guy from Imprint, I want to do an interview. See you next time.